Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Hades, where today, hopefully, we're going to get punished a little bit less by the forced overtime. I gotta say, I think a lot of us getting our ass kicked in the last episode is a combination of like me not playing particularly well, that deflect boon not working at all the way I thought it was going to work, because it doesn't work at all the way the deflect boons on all of the other melee weapons work, and us taking a hammer upgrade that actually made our weapons slower and harder to dodge with, which I did not expect that it was going to do. So it was a lot of factors kind of piling up to make a really, really bad performance. And hopefully we're going to not have at least a couple of those today. That's how I try to hope. Let's try to invest a little bit of hope in myself there. So let's get out here. We do get a fresh set of rewards with the rail, which is lovely.
Ready as I'll ever be.
And we got to make sure we are trying to use that reload shot as much as is reasonably feasible to do. Alright, special fires many bombs. You know what? In addition to... like, ricochet fire could be really good with the thing we're doing here, and obviously targeting system is always great. But if we're planning to take Doom on special, cluster bomb's probably awesome, right? It's just going to make sure that we always doom everything in the room. Plus, you know, prophecies. Wow, those just kind of go everywhere, huh?
Need a moment.
Yeah, immediate chaos versus an extra reroll. I think we're going to take the immediate chaos. Probably not a big surprise there.
This space grows far more interesting when you occupy a small amount of it.
Is the primordial originator hitting on me? Seems like that might basically be the case. That feels pretty good. I wish the damage value was higher, but I think this is a good way to go.
A worthy trade-off.
Okay, so just, you know, don't get hit. No big deal.
More ringers.
Here in this part of the game, it might actually be no big deal. I gotta remember, it is very, very important to start moving before you reload. Because if you reload while moving, wow. I'm trying to just click directly on him. That is not a viable strategy, apparently. Zagreus does not correct for the amount of offset that is created by the fact that guy's flying. But yeah, if we are reloading when we start the reload animation, we can keep moving during it. If we start reloading while stationary, we have to stay stationary for the first half of the reload. It's a weird thing that probably shouldn't work that way, but it does. So yeah, in order to actually hit the enemy with the first shot, I have to click on the base of their feet, or like where their shadow is, if they're an airborne enemy.
I'm rich. Come on, you knuckleheads.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I would have preferred our Ares boon to come from a mini-boss room. Get that guaranteed rarity, but maybe we'll just get lucky.
Mine. That's one more fish for me.
Ah, he hoped for a knucklehead and he was not rewarded. Alright, Doom on special and also cast. Okay, yeah, we can get 150 damage out of that reload strike if we backstab it into a person whose blood is boiled. I guess I fired it just a little bit early. He was not quite hittable yet. This is taking longer than I would like. I am nervous about our poor damage. Had I started giving you stuff? We don't want to go down too low. I guess we're already at a point where Patroclus and Sisyphus will no longer accept nectar from us, though, so yeah, we may as well.
Lord Ares, please accept this token of my deep appreciation for your generous support.
An offering? For me? Indeed. How gracious that you keep me in your thoughts. Know that likewise I keep you in mine.
I don't know that I want to be in his thoughts, given what else must be going around in there.
While you are wielding Exegryph, the rail of adamant. A most fascinating device. Imagine the new face of war should its secrets someday be revealed and spread to mortal kind.
Yeah. Yep, it sure would change some things. Alright, well, pretty bummed out about the bad rarity. I sort of think maybe we should just take this because we got a better version of it. I don't necessarily know that Slicing Shot's amazing for us, but we'll take the thing for one of the duo boons that we're hunting and hope to get Curse of Pain at, Epic or something somewhere else. Somewhere ahead in the future. Darkness or a shop, and...
Here.
Ooh.
Ow! Money.
Seems like a real good time for that. Alright, let's go shopping. Come on, 2 boons. Alright. No, that will just kill us. There's no way that's a good idea. That will just kill us.
I'll take this one.
Yeah, alright.
Power of Olympus.
Better to have a call than to not have a call. Alright, and we are not interested in that key. Oh, hey, look who it is.
Ready, lads? Set.
Yeah, the damage output on those is pretty good. It's a shame these guys keep jumping out of them.
Anyone else?
I think it might be the case that that our dash shot actually does hit stun. Had we started giving her stuff? No, we're going to hold off on that then, because I only have one left. We should definitely be trying to give it to gods. We've already fed it to. Or we've already fed more than one, too.
Your father chose to sever ties with all of us, and stew alone within his land beneath the earth. But you are not beholden to his actions. Fight.
Yeah, Divine Strike seems like a winner. Alright, so now we can use the Demeter Keepsake in Asphodel, and then I don't have any idea what we're gonna do after that. I suppose we could still use Athena after that to try to give us another chance to pull the duo itself.
No.
New guy just spawned right out of the thing. Unfortunately, the Blade Rift does make it a little bit difficult to see the casting circles, or the summoning circles, rather, under the enemies. Oh, I have a terrible tickle in my throat, and I do not want to cough directly into the microphone. But also, the room needed to clear before it was going to be okay. And of course, the moment it would be fine for me to lean away and cough, all of a sudden I don't need to anymore. I think we're going to take double palm over... Boy, am I? Double palm over a visit to Sisyphus. I don't think we'll take this. I think we're gonna try to just heal through. Because a double palm right now on either slicing shot or our attack boon would be really significant. I think we are gonna go this way.
I'm authorized.
We'll say hi to Sisyphus and Boldy next time.
Let's see you avoid this.
Just you try and hit me.
But you don't really have to try and hit me. Ignore that. It was a figure of speech. I get some good deflections there. Actually, that was just a lot of good damage all the way around. Oh, I hate this. Make zero mistakes is, I think I've said on many occasions, not my favorite kind of challenge in video games. I would much prefer a very difficult challenge where I have to make few mistakes over a slightly easier challenge where I have to make no mistakes. So these are always nerve-wracking for me. I think we're probably going to take Divine Strike here.
Palm power.
That's quite significant. And then... Well, we don't have... I guess we need an Ares boon still for prereqs, so we definitely ought to go this way. In addition to, you know, just in general, it being nice to get more boons.
Dearest, if my perfectly developed senses are correct, then you appear to be quite smitten with the little gorgon that you've met down there. Why, that must be adorable, if rather strange.
What? That's exactly how I would describe her. I mean, right? I know it didn't exactly save us last time, but...
You shall not goad me into anger with a petty insult such as this, you know. Nevertheless, there is a price which must be paid for it.
Had to choose. Looks like I angered him.
What was your first clue? We are definitely, by the way, just going to fire our call as soon as it comes up, if it does indeed come up. It's actually a huge pain to fight these guys.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, man, if we can get Doom on special, it's going to be so good. Although I'm gonna have to also start aiming a hell of a lot better.
I think that we are squared away for now, though do not test my patience further.
Alright, come on, epic. Alright, I'll take it at base rarity over not taking it at all, I guess. Okay, but now we're all pre-reqed up. We just got to get Demeter's dash in here, and that'll do it. And I think her dash should be okay with our current combo. I can't believe that guy moved far enough to hit me there. Okay, this is maybe too many skulls spawning directly on top of me. I gotta say, I think this hammer boon is pretty okay. I think it is pretty clearly just worse than the one that lets you fire 3 of these at normal damage. But it's still pretty good. God, this room has such a huge number of enemies in it. I'm not imagining things, right? That was a couple of rooms worth of guys under normal circumstances. Alright.
I see you there.
Alright, we can kind of make circuits around this room at least. These guys are definitely somewhat vulnerable to our deflects. Ah, they're caught shooting the wrong direction. Trying to stay focused on actually not taking a huge amount of damage here. So we're not getting quite as many kills as we usually do.
Where now?
Alright, 228 is a little bit low for a shop, but this is the pre-boss shop. So I think we might do it, like, if we can just buy boon plus food, I think that would be good enough in this situation. I sure hope we are offered boon plus food. We are not. Well, I'm gonna take Hermes, I think, over Dionysus here.
Just what I need.
Do we take Side Hustle now, or do we re-roll looking for Dodge? Because I would like Dodge. Oh, let's just...
Faster.
This is good. This is good to take early on, and I'm just gonna not take 108 damage here, right? Because I could totally just not do that. Man.
Heard rumblings about some news back at your daddy's house, Redblood. So his illustrious abducted queen, she's come back home?
Is this the third or fourth time in a row that it's been Electo?
Wait, how do you even know all that? And should you really be talking about the Queen that way?
I don't answer to her. She can come and go as she wants for all I care. But you want to know who can't? Yeah, you. I'll make you hurt.
I believe that. Yeah, I would love it if it could stop being Electo.
I'll hurt you worse than that.
That said, we are getting some decent damage against her.
She's getting mad.
Ah, come on now. Yeah, part of the problem is she never stands still long enough for anything to hit her. I also feel like, in not just this video, but also in the last one, Sisyphus fire a bunch of garbage circles on the ground attacks seems to hit you long before it should. Like, before it's even drawn the circles where you are, you take damage.
Now you've done it.
She says, now you've done it, and literally nothing changes because the mechanics of the fight are completely incomprehensible under all circumstances. She's like mad or something, and then she's less mad maybe, but it doesn't matter because her being mad doesn't have any effect on any of the attacks, and there's no way for you to interact with it, so kind of whatever.
Damn you.
Okay, well at least we managed to narrowly not spend the next
See you
Death
later.
Defiance.
My weapons can grow even stronger now.
Pretty hugely bad, though. Electo's the least fun of them to fight and also the hardest simultaneously, and I wish we could stop only seeing her.
Maybe I should
Alright, let's
switch.
pull Demeter.
Should help. Purge boons for coin.
So the only thing here that would do it is Divine Strike, which we obviously are not going to... Yeah. No thanks. We could, I suppose, purge both of Aphrodite's, just completely wipe Aphrodite away to get the Death Defiance back, but I don't think we need to do that. Alright.
Closer to the
Let's
surface.
just earn our way back up to buying a Kiss of Styx. Or, you know, Athena could come through with her thing. It does seem like she intentionally doesn't show it to you unless you are at full
Love that
Death
soft
Defiances.
smell.
Which is, like, a bummer. That's a real bummer of a way for that to work.
More burn flingers.
Yep. Really annoying behavior. Also, I would really have liked to get this Doom on special thing at a higher rarity, but it sure is nice to have it at all, right? Alright, Health Trove is definitely compelling. Poseidon Boon, and it'll be a higher rarity Poseidon Boon because of the Erebus effect. But we skip out on Eurydice to take it. That said, Poseidon is probably pretty good. Well, but if we're trying to take Demeter's Mistral Dash to get us the prereqs for this other thing, most of what Poseidon could give to us we don't actually want. Alright, well, let's do this first either way. I think we may just be going to see Eurydice.
Transgressions are not tolerated.
Ah, the jumping around is so annoying.
Enough.
11. Okay, come on now. Yeah, I think we're not going to take Poseidon. I don't think I really want Poseidon in my pool. Yeah, we have so many attacks that move so slowly that enemies who do that jump around thing are just incredibly frustrating.
Just singing to myself and cooking up a storm. You know me, hun.
So I think I'm going to take this in the hopes of, like, if it hits attack or special or cast, those are all fantastic. If it hits our call, it's completely wasted. It does nothing if it hits the call. Yeah, I think this is right. I think we have real good odds on that being good.
Why, thank you.
Okay, beautiful. That's actually awesome. So 30 damage per hit and up to 80 doom damage now. Yeah, very significant. Because remember, that's not just a change to the base values, it's a change to the effectiveness. It's an increase in the effectiveness of each palm that we get to apply to them from now on, so it's pretty good. I'm really nervous that they're going to fire a wave the instant I run out of ammo. It doesn't quite reach that far. But that still works. And actually, it looks like the reload, the empowered reload shot, has a longer range than the others do. Yep. Okay, maybe we could chill the fuck out with the lava, huh? Oops, I should have gifted.
Father Hades and I share a common fate, each having lost a child fully grown. Except that he's a hollow fool whose child left. Whereas my daughter never would have. Ever.
Yeah. It's best not to contradict her. Alright. Yep. Pretty good. So now we actually have all of the prereqs for the boons we're hunting for.
Something I can use.
And of course, no Kiss of Styx, because we have the money for it this time. I'm not going to buy the yarn. We're hoping for a duo. Increased rarity doesn't actually do anything. And also, we want to stay above 200.
Moving on.
Alright, Athena. You know what to do. You know what we need. This shouldn't be too bad. Not a lot of room for enemies to run from our effects here. That feels pretty effective.
How many now?
I like being able to be this incredibly annoying to them after they've been so incredibly annoying to us on so many occasions. Alright, really good damage from the Doom. I will say, though, we are producing a lot of visual noise. It's going to be really easy to lose stuff in all of the effects on the ground.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Okay, reroll for the duo. No such luck. Yeah, okay, I'll take this now. That's fine. So 3 seconds of additional imperviousness upon defying death. And now we can spend our money on other stuff. The fact that he slides backwards slightly while when he fires is actually really annoying. Okay, come on now. With your perfectly timed off-screen charge up. Very annoying. What did I just take damage? I don't even know what I got hit by. That guy is a much bigger threat than usual, on account of all of the garbage that we're putting on the ground all the time. It's really hard to tell when his shadow is above us. Nope, refuse to play the game with enemies who are directly above or below you. Okay, so getting a little frustrated with all of the way that like the lava is so perfectly timed to always be a problem. That needs to stop happening. The world itself needs to stop shooting projectiles at me, while also there are lots of enemies shooting projectiles at me.
Clear for now. There we go.
Pretty happy to see a fountain chamber at this point in the run. Alright, let's take this thing now.
Which boons are going to be?
Okay, pretty good. Happy about that.
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
And then... Oh, she does have another... Okay, I thought there was more than one Death Defiance Restoration. I thought they were on different gods. But okay, they're all Athena. That makes sense. Well, we're going to go ahead and reroll for the duo again.
Anything else?
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so if we shoot an enemy who has taken the grenade, they will immediately get doomed out and we can re-grenade them. Seems pretty okay. And now we've made some actual progress, no matter how the rest of the run goes.
Why must we always fight like this, Lernaean?
I am going to call on Dusa, but we're going to wait until the second multi-head phase.
Crushed.
Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it.
I'm empty.
Just enough lava to be really annoying.
You and me, Seven Hydra Head. Do so.
I got here right away.
Do some good work for me there, Hydra Head. Wow, the string of projectiles that was coming at us there was so long. Alright, so charming the Hydra Head seems to have no effect at all. I think we're waiting to call again until the last non-multi-head hit phase.
Pure passion coming up.
Yep, that works.
A diamond.
Alright, well, we managed to get out of there without losing a charge. I'll take it.
Short work of the Hydra, then, I take it.
So, the question is, do we take the Athena keepsake? I guess, no, we don't, because the duo boon that we still want is Ares Demeter. So, that being the case, we're looking for, like, somebody looking to force a boon that would actually be useful in another way. Like, what would still be cool? Who still has a thing that would be really fun? We could get... We could do Zeus and maybe end up with that revenge thing happening again, because that was super powerful last time. I think after how impressive that was last time, I think basically any time I have either Ares or Zeus, I'm going to kind of want the other one. So let's do that. Let's do some of that. And then we probably don't actually need this. I think I'm gonna hold off. We'll just save the money because we're not that far off of being able to take a very profitable trip to the shop, right?
Check.
Also, you know, actual resources. It is nice to run with a weapon where even if we don't get to the end, we're still getting actual meaningful resources.
Elysium. Fishing point there.
He was about to start, you know, waxing poetic about the beautiful fields. And then he was like, wait a second, there's clams. What could possibly be more important than clams? I think it's probably with the number of things we have, I would definitely prefer another boon to random palm. I mean, not, you know, that's not the random palm, but they're all random.
Right.
Take this, everyone. Ah. Very nearly got myself trapped there. Okay, I do feel like I'm aiming better at least. That's got to finish him off, right? No, it does not, in fact, have to finish him off. Ah, I did that. Sure did that to myself.
One's rearming. Damn, he's
Well, I sure would like it if that wasn't happening, but you know, there's only so much I can do about it. Did I just obliterate? Where the hell did he go? Okay. He backdashed a lot. So terrified of the raw explosive power of our weapon.
Happy to be in the area, boss. Seeing as the mortal folk up here keep dying off, and someone's got to bring their souls down to your domain now, don't they?
You know, honestly, I didn't realize that that was that was Hermes' responsibility. I guess it makes sense. But I would have thought it was like, you know, I would have thought that was Thanatos. I guess he's just responsible for getting the soul out. Then he's got to call in another guy. It's a union thing, you know. Cool. Hate him. Hate it, hate it, hate it.
I can't.
Yeah, alright. There's never ever a way to stop the chariots from chasing you unless you correctly space a projectile to hit them if they keep chasing you. Then all of a sudden they just stop.
Not a chance.
Boy, the area of these explosions is a little bit smaller than it looks like, though, huh?
Not now.
Because we saw there an eyeball definitely not take the doom, despite being visibly in one of the circles.
A gift. Should be useful.
Now I'm taking a restore. Now we need one. What manner of thing are you? No thanks. Not at this point in the run. Let's go get some more HP. I'm sure that I always get real quiet in chariot rooms because I'm trying desperately to come up with a way of not getting hit by them. So apologies. It's like sometimes if you just run them into something, they stop. But not always. And it's hard to tell, like, why one time they stopped, but a different time they didn't. Yeah, like right there. See, he just drove straight through the edge of that statue. And I mean, I guess it's not a huge surprise that that is the case, because we certainly have problems with the Asterius charge, where he will often just not hit things. But I feel like with the Asterius charge, it's at least a little bit different in that he actually does go around the objects instead of, like, running hard into them and then turning 90 degrees or going straight through them, which is a thing that we sometimes see here. Okay, the goddamn butterflies. I'd really love to be able to ever cast, but our bloodstones have been in the middle of such a huge thing of butterflies for such a long time.
Would be my pleasure.
More than deserved. Yeah, we should take the Zeus, right? I mean, obviously there's a duo boon chance here, but let's take the Zeus. Hopefully he'll offer us the revenge thing, and then maybe we can get the revenge duo and start down that path. I think I like that idea a lot. Please don't be butterfly ball. God damn it.
Butterfly chamber. Need you do so?
He's right. We should do that. Man, I am just constantly taking damage.
Gotta handle that butterfly ball.
Zagreus, I am trying.
I'll pierce them through the heart.
Butterflies.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I would so much rather have fought Asterius. Alright, Zeus is not on the nectar train.
You've traveled rather quickly to this point. Which reminds me, I've not seen Swift Hermes anywhere of late. The rascal's likely dallying about.
I mean, he's just not correct. We have not traveled quickly to this point. That's not a real thing. Lightning Reflexes is not bad. I think I want... But we should probably save the reroll for an attempt at a duo, right? Let's take Clouded Judgment, because our call is really not very good in most... In the situations where we most need a call, it's not very good until it's greater. Alright, yup, hammer. That's a no-brainer.
Fan.
Death is inevitable. This one is off the record, Zagreus. Come on.
Unlike the others?
You might
Has he
want
been
to stand
reporting the other ones?
Nice.
Who gets credit for the ones that get killed by traps, I wonder? Wow, his AoE just went off, like, very quickly there. Oh, screw this. Yeah, he's gonna get every single one of the, Exalteds. And frankly, I'm fine with it as long as they're dead.
Don't die here, Zagreus.
I would love to not die here. You want to help me out just like a little bit more with that? Ah, come on. I managed to shoot that one down to 1 health, apparently.
You're welcome.
I'm calling bullshit. I killed that last one.
Some modifications to the rail are in order.
Boy. You know what? Delta Chamber's bad. Spread Fire is bad. We don't want to shorten the range of our thing, so targeting system seems like it combos pretty well with the other hammer boon that we took.
The rail grows stronger.
But also, I feel very cheated there. He did not... That is not how that should have gone. First of all, screw there being a bunch of armored Exalted, because how are we supposed to get through that much health before he can? But secondly, he got credited with some of our witch kills, for sure. This is legitimately tough, because there's such a high chance that we'll die from this. Like, those are definitely the two most difficult trial gods. I think we have to go this way. I hate to pass up a trial, but I just don't think it's worth the cost. And then, of course, here we get a goddess that we have, like, has no value to our build.
Should help keep me going.
It's probably this.
Sharpen my senses.
And then... Boy, what are we looking at from... What are we looking for from you? I guess... Revenge? I guess a revenge thing. Wait, hold on. What are the prereqs? I'm starting to think we might not actually be able to do this, because did we need a normal attack from him? Yeah, we did. Or Thunder Flare. Okay. What's Thunder Flare? I don't know what that is. Well, shoot. So we're not going to be able to get that anyway. Alright, I guess let's take Wave of Despair. Anything that hits us once at least hits weaker for a bit afterward. Well, these... Okay, yes, they do damage once they get past the... once they are behind him. This is tough. It's tough to guarantee that the dooms will hit at all because they're just kind of bouncing off the terrain so much. Okay. This wave is a nightmare. This whole thing. This whole room. This whole biome. It's just a real bad time. This is where runs go to die. Boy, the cast is doing some beautiful damage, though.
Has to be the last of his lot.
It fucking better be. Oh, and of course it's going to be a huge number of explodey chariots on top of it. Yeah, Greater Call's not even very good here.
You're going to love this.
It's just gonna kill a single enemy. It's not very exciting.
Load it up.
Oof. I feel like it's always the case that they spawn a bunch of these little baby chariots at us, and it doesn't even really increase the difficulty of the room, in the sense that we usually don't get hit by them. It just increases the length of the room because we can't actually start fighting until they have all run out. They're much more of an annoyance than a threat. Maybe you guys could stop being so mobile.
Can't do that. One free army.
Well, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm being pursued by 10,000 other enemies.
I'm empty.
Yeah, like if great swords or great spears are following you, you can't really stand and fight.
Just leave it to me, dearest.
Hell, even if you stand still long enough to do a thing that doesn't have an animation, you still get hit. Alright, we are exclusively using our special from now on. Because doing anything else that makes me take damage. Well, he sure didn't take any damage from that special he was sitting in.
A centaur heart.
We are basically only getting healed by picking up current HP from centaur hearts, and it's a real nightmare.
I can use this.
Okay. And then what manner of trove are you? Absolutely not. Well, a shop doesn't make a lot of sense right now. Are we pre-boss chamber? We are. So the question is, Ares versus hope that the shop is food plus boon? And Ares could give us the duo that we're looking for. But we might also get it from the shop, plus the food that we need to keep playing the game, so... Alright, I'm pretty sure that the correct thing to do here is food plus boon. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Pleasure doing business.
Okay, lightning reflexes is probably pretty good for us. Yeah, because we know that the game is very generous with the definition of just before getting hit. Which I really appreciate.
Please fight with me again, Asterius. I mean, just like before. You must forgive me my indecencies of late. This blasted fiend, his lies and treachery get right under my skin. Or the phantasmagorical equivalent.
Swear something to me, King. That you'll discard your fears above our bond. The short one here is never going to break it. He doesn't even understand it. The only one who can break it is you yourself.
There's some really good real-life relationship advice happening right here on screen. You know, take note.
Oh, my dear friend Asterius, I see, of course, you're right. You're right. And I solemnly do swear to you indeed that I shall never again doubt our brotherhood, nor shall I ever listen to this fiend. Together, now and always.
Alright, we have really good tools for this fight, just in the sense that we can attack from a considerable distance. So the key here is just going to be keep away.
Well, glad that's settled then.
But we really are. It is super hard to see what's going on. And that's a problem this fight has in general, but then we make it so much worse. Okay. That's a bummer. Nope, that's bad. Yeah, part of the problem is that we have to stay so far away from Asterius to avoid being in range of his attacks that if he goes above or below us instead of left or right from us, we can't see him charging stuff. We have no warning. Yep, and if you try to be near him for like even a split second, you can absolutely get hit by the axe. What am I supposed to do about that? If he just decides he's not going to hit the thing, he doesn't hit the, you know? He steered incredibly tightly around it 4 times there. It's like there's no way to interact with that, unfortunately. And you certainly can't try to go to a different piece of terrain because he will catch you and hit you on the way over. Ugh. Alright, that should be pretty good. Yeah, that's alright. Hell is he? Okay, here we go. I'm a little shaken if I'm being honest. Yep, see like that right there. He should absolutely have just charged into the pillar on that. I don't know how to make him charge into stuff consistently. This used to be a really big problem back before the game came out, when it was still in early access. And then when we started this series, I felt like it seemed like it had been fixed. Yep, I knew it. I was trying to get close enough to Asterius that she would definitely target him with it, and I just could not get her to choose correctly. But fortunately, it looks like while he was charmed, the attacks that he was already doing damaged Asterius. So I don't think he actually attacked Asterius at all there, but just like by doing his pattern, he dealt a bunch of damage to him. Okay. Boy. There is no warning at all on that attack, huh?
Another priceless chariot. Olympians, I call upon your aid.
Gotta get my other bloodstones. Oop. Seems like Dionysus is aware of the bloodstones, and he does put down AoE effects to guard them, to keep me off of them, which is a bummer. Yeah, see right there, he threw the I did a panic call there to avoid taking damage from the spear attack, which worked, but it's maybe not like an optimal use of our resources. Come on, please die. Okay. We were very close to losing another Death Defiance there.
That'll do. I'll just help myself. We got them, my good Shade.
Oof.
Guess I'll be going then.
Yeah, I just don't know how to make Asterius run into things consistently. Sometimes you hide behind a pillar and he totally hits it, and sometimes he runs very close to it and then turns and then curves very tightly around it, and there's no way to know which one of those two things he's going to do ahead of time, unfortunately. We should probably just go ahead and take Distant Memory now. Alright. So, there is still time for us to get the other duo boon that we're looking for. And that aside, I don't know, it would be cool to win for the Titan Blood, but we're looking for Nectar, and mostly at this point, it's the duo and then the Titan Blood. We're not going to have the opportunity to get any Nectar here. Have we ever seen Nectar in this part of the game? Alright, so there's an Ares boon there.
Where to?
And an Ares boon there. Well, we should grab the heart first, and then we'll go to that Ares boon. So we have two chances yet to pull the duo that we're looking for. Just trying to keep the Mistral zone up here. Okay. Stuff has stopped spawning on this side. Interesting. So we got poisoned the first time when we were not being attacked by a satyr. We had just avoided this guy's poison, and then a couple seconds later we just got hit by poison. I'm not sure what happened.
Come on.
Ugh. Really? Man, I feel like our damage is just weirdly bad. We're not blowing up these satyrs nearly as quickly as we need to be, and with no hit stun. It's just very, very tough. I think that is probably the most dangerous of the small rooms. Oh, well, okay. Apparently the the cast simply cannot fit through that gap. Yeah, like, look how bad our damage is. This is a nightmare. Right, you gotta remember, if you click on the enemy, Zagreus will intentionally miss, or to click on the shadow under their feet. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. And that's about to start breathing poison on us. Alright. Ah, damn it. I did hit E at the cure thing. It would be cool if it actually cured me.
I can't.
Yeah, and the geometry of this room is such that there's nowhere you can throw your cast where it will actually go forward.
Down the chute.
It does. It seems like a little bit strangely, the collision size for the projectile when looking for things to bounce off of looks like it's a lot larger than the collision size for the projectile when it's looking for things to deal damage to. Like we saw at least on one occasion there, it hit a wall that was behind an enemy and start bouncing away without having dealt any damage to that enemy first. It does make it hard to use in tight spaces. We're just gonna play maximum cowardice. Because it seems like we kinda need to. Oh, that's poison. Right, I always forget that there's an extra rat that shows up on this one. Maybe 2 extra rats, actually? I think that's a 5th rat. Must be the effect of that thing we took at the Pact of Punishment that increases the number of enemies in each room by 15%. When it's just one guy, it's less of an issue. Yeah, I can run away from just one enemy very effectively. But it bodes well for Hades, I suppose. Okay, they managed to put so much poison on the ground that it's literally unavoidable. And again, we kind of got a little bit doomed there by the area that you can't see because of the walls, which apparently there was poison in a place where the pool was not at all visible beyond the obscuring portion of the wall.
This time. In the name of Hades.
Alright, black metal is cool. Blood Frenzy, I think, is going to be pretty significant for us against Hades, though.
Cerberus just loves whatever this stuff is. Refreshing.
Yeah, wow, that is,
thanks.
I think that is the lowest health value we have ever had after hitting the fountain.
I'll take it.
So, the other boss chamber is a palm. The thing is, we don't actually care about the Hades fight very much. I think the odds of us winning it are not great no matter what. I sort of think we want to go to the gold branch and buy that 450 from the shop. We wouldn't have been able to buy it right now without the heart either way, but maybe we gotta take every possible swing at getting the other duo boon, right? Wow. So the time between him firing that projectile and it dealing 30 damage to us was only a couple of frames. It didn't travel up into the air at all. I guess I assumed that they worked kind of like our grenades, where they always go up no matter what, but I guess maybe the reality of it is that they only go up as much as they need to based on the distance that they're covering. Which, obviously, this is a bad way to find that out. So if you're close to the bother, you just get hit. Oh, that one seemed to have some travel time on it. I don't know. So we'll try to keep an eye on it. Oh, how I hate Satyrs. Oh, come on, just fucking die already, man. The fact that there are so many very basic types of enemies here that are taking so many hits from us really makes me think that this build, like, even if I was playing better and we had the death defiances that we should have and stuff, I still am a little leery of this killing chaos, because it's going to take us, based on the damage values we're seeing here, it's going to take us about 25 minutes of combat to put a dent in him.
When shall they ever learn?
Alright, just get that guy out of here. Yeah, you know, watching it, it does seem like the vertical travel time of the bother projectile is based on the horizontal distance that it travels. I don't know why they would do that, why they would put that thing in the game and then make it... Put a thing in the game, an enemy attack that is so similar to one of your attacks, is clearly based on one of your attacks, but then make it function completely differently.
Set.
Oof. Alright. Well, that gets us our last shot at the duo boon, so fingers crossed. And then we still have, actually,
I should check the other passageways before
quite a bit of health for Hades.
I'll pay for that.
Come on, show me duo. Yeah.
Do you not think so, my death-dealing kin? She is becoming well accustomed to it too.
I think that you forget yourself, Lord Ares, sir. For I am much your elder. My famines had already slain the mortals by the tens of thousands by the time such thoughts of doing so first crossed your mind.
I don't think it's all that cool for us to argue over who is the most murderous.
Kill or be killed.
It's a shame we are getting that now, though, because I think actually a reduction in the size of the blade rifts might have been really helpful for us during Styx, you know, for helping it like squeeze through passageways and stuff. And then we're in dire shape here, but this is still like 450 health, right?
Gigantic Cerberus accepts the prince's foul offering.
Also, apologies for how loud my chair is. Every time I move even a little bit, it makes all these horrible creaking noises. I probably need a new chair.
Heading out.
It is very difficult for me to sit still for an hour.
Father?
You are predictable in your arrivals here. Less so during the fight itself.
Right there.
Well, that was nice of him. Just run right into all that. I mean, listen, if he wants to keep doing it, I will keep letting him. Yeah, if we play very passively here, I think we have a real strong shot of getting out of the first phase without taking too much damage. I just have to be super wary of his casts and make sure that we are blowing up the bloodstones. Like we should have blown that one up. I'm not sure why it didn't get destroyed. Yeah, okay. If the special hits it, it should die. I guess that other one didn't get hit, but I don't know how. Ooh, that was close. Ah, come on.
I thought Achilles taught you to be quick.
I really thought the effect of that bloodstone was going to run out before it got before the wave got to us, because we were so very, very far away from it. But apparently, no such luck.
Darkness.
And honestly, this Mistral Dash, I think I underestimated it before. It lays out a ton of frost, and it hits enemies very reliably without us having to do any effort to aim it or anything. Ah.
Back. Darkness.
Alright, we probably can just ignore that one if we stay all the way over here. I got stuck on something. I dashed 3 or 4 times there without moving at all. That's gonna hit me. Nope, okay. Very close, though. Yeah, this witch has got to go.
You're going to love this.
You think of her at such a time as this.
Alright, I don't know where that guy we charmed went. Because the charm shouldn't have killed him, right? Because he was still armored. So I would think he would still be running around just with his armor broken. But I guess once he's charmed by us, I don't really know if he can be damaged by other enemies. I assume being charmed allows him to damage other enemies. Okay, those things are... It looks like our Doom is just accelerating their go-off timer instead of actually killing them, which is not great. That's not the thing I want it to be doing. He has got to stop doing that. He's spending such a large portion of the fight impervious or missing. It's really annoying.
Darkness.
Help with something, Father?
Ah. Yep, that's a lot of projectiles. Well, she'll just knock that guy into his eye state, and then we will lose a Death Defiance charge, trying to prevent him from regenning, and it won't even work. Alright, well, I mean, like, obviously this is horrible. That's not gonna get killed. Yes, I guess you do have to hit them basically immediately. Otherwise, there's not enough time for the projectile to travel and then the Doom to go off on them. And anytime I stop to try to just shoot him, he immediately does something horrific to us. God, I am getting hung up on little elements of terrain so frequently.
Pure passion coming up.
Alright, well, so now I just have to do this phase without ever getting hit at all.
You truly dare? Blasted little.
Okay, I was definitely... I don't know what I could have done to dodge that one. That was as eye-framed as I could get there. Yep. We were very cornered on that one.
Father.
I mean, all it is blood, right? None of our progression, none of our stuff that matters is based on beating him anymore. But it's still frustrating not to beat him. And it's especially frustrating when it's like an episode like this where it's just like, I'm doing a bad job and in a way that's completely like imperceptible to me from a control stance. Like, It doesn't feel like I'm doing anything wrong, but clearly I am. And if I can't tell what I'm doing wrong, then I can't fix it. It's definitely like the most frustrating way to lose.
I was just resting my eyes. You won't tell anybody, right?
Hey, Achilles, I uncovered a late passage in the Codex with regard to Thanatos and me. It says, you say, you think that I'm the god of blood? I'm not the god of anything, I think.
Yeah, I expect it might have just been a poetical turn.
Oh, nonsense, lad. If you're a god, then you're the god of something, I'm sure. It's just an observation, and I genuinely hope it's no offense. But see, your father and your mother and your bloodstones and your disposition.
I'm not the god of anything, all right?
It was my duty to prevent him from getting farther. If I succeeded, he never would have found you. So this once, I'm glad I failed. I hope you know that, my queen.
I hoped, but did not know for certain till I heard from you just now, Overseer Megara. And if I may, I understand you have achieved an awful lot since I took my, leave of absence from this house. I see why Nyx and Hades put their trust in you.
Thank you, my queen. Then if there's anything else that I can do to help you reacclimate yourself, I'm always at your service. You are most welcome here.
Have we ever seen this Megara before? Like, smiling Megara? It's unnatural, I tell you.
Likewise, you be sure to let me know if my son there happens to make more trouble for you than you welcome in your life. All right?
As you say.
Okay, so we do have this available now. Somehow we also unlocked a new thing. How is there still stuff getting unlocked? Okay, we are definitely just buying this.
Sign me up, contractor. This ought to pay for itself in no time at all.
Still not actually making a lot of gemstones, unfortunately.
Chaos seems to have taken somewhat of a liking to me, Nyx. They mentioned you.
They mentioned me, did they? I thought, perhaps, that they had long forgotten. You should know they are my mother and my father, child. We have not spoken since the dawn of time.
So it's been a minute.
That's... oh.
Again, that's like Chaos mentioning Nyx is a thing that happened like 40 episodes ago.
Maybe?
Alright, nectar and gemstones are both very, very welcome. So, what is left on this prophecy? Divine pairings. Okay, actually only 4, and based on the names, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that a lot of those do not overlap. Smoldering Air is the Aphrodite Zeus boon, right? Yeah. I could see how you could get an interesting build going with this. So then, if you have Smoldering Air, and... does she have any other combinations? Okay, she has this. So, Demeter, Zeus, and Aphrodite. What was the name of the other one? Sorry, there are 2 others. Stubborn Roots. Oh, Stubborn Roots is the when you have no Death Defiances, regen health one. And then Curse of Drowning is... I mean, it's going to be Poseidon related, right? Ah, okay. So, we're definitely going to have to do one run where we take Demeter cast and one run where we do Flood Shot, at the very least. Well, okay, that seems doable. Oh wait, I gotta practice my loot. What am I doing here? Wait, Skelly has a new thing to say?
Say, Skelly, how'd you get here anyway?
Oh, you know, just kind of zapped right in like Papa lets us do. Some of us sometimes. Why do you ask?
I meant, how did you get to the realm of the dead in the first place? Lord Hermes whisk you to the entryway? Thanatos scoop you up, Charon give you a lift? What?
Oh, well, that's a little personal, don't you think, boyo? I don't like to talk about it much. So if I could have a little privacy.
I was not expecting it to be such a sore subject. Given how little nectar we have right now, I'm inclined to hold off on giving him any more, and I don't want to exchange keys for nectar until we're past the 15 key threshold for taking the Titan blood again if it gets offered. So I think we'll just hold off on that a little bit. Alright, so what are we thinking here? What are we thinking for the boons we have yet to pursue? Hold on, let's look at this from sort of an Aphrodite standpoint. I mean, it feels like the Demeter cast is kind of good with everything. Oh, except Cold Embrace obviously is a melee weapon thing, right? Well, I mean, I kind of want to just take the... I really like playing with the gloves, and I feel like I got to redeem myself a little bit after yesterday's run, or after the last run. So, yeah, I might, right? It's like... We did really well with the shield very recently. Yeah, perhaps unwisely. I think this is going to be another glove run. So we'll buy another level on this, put us... Okay. It's 10% more. That's pretty good, obviously. And it is a bonus to the damage of your cast. But I sort of think I want to hold off because each of these aspects has been 3, right? I think we'll hold off for a little while. If we get a whole bunch of blood, or a whole bunch of blood plus a whole bunch of ambrosia, as we're currently working on, then we might plow as much blood as it will let us, probably in the neighborhood of 15-ish blood. God, I hope this doesn't cost more with each successive one. But if we could get this up to level 5, I think it probably would be really, really powerful. Yeah, so for now I think we're going to avoid spending more blood. So yeah, let's just go and throw some punches, shall we? I mean, I know the thing really wants us to use the bow, the thirst really wants us to use the bow, and the bow aspect is cool and powerful. I don't think it's going to be very good with this cast thing, but I guess we could just go the other way. We could do the floodshot thing. Yeah, you know what?
Scared to get up close and personal, boyo?
Let's give Rama another go here. We'll take Floodshot. We'll try to make this other thing happen. So what's the deal with the Floodshot? It's not you. Poseidon. Here we go. What is the deal with the Floodshot? It's... becomes a pulse that damages foes around you. Oh, maybe this one's also close range, actually? That's weird. Given that Floodshot is usually a thing that you want for pushing enemies back, like it's usually a thing that you put in a build for the purpose of getting enemies away from you. Okay, I am just gonna use the gloves. It's fine. We'll just gloves.
For what you truly are. Could use the fists.
You like those
All right.
mittens, huh?
This time it's gonna work because we're not gonna take heavy knuckle. So during our punch combo, we're still gonna be able to dash out of stuff, and also I'm gonna be more careful. I'm gonna be more careful with our special. So that, I think, is where we're going to have to call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. My play has been bumming me out these last couple episodes, but it's alright. We're just going to redeem it in this next one. And we'll see you then.